What's going on, everybody? For those who are new, welcome. And for those who aren't, welcome back to another episode of Z Suite, the podcast where we have everyday conversations with your everyday Gen Z kids. I'm Wilmer.
I'm Bronwyn.
I'm Darren.
I'm Cameron.
Sit back, relax, and welcome to the suite. How's everyone doing? What's going on in here?
Oh my!
Right off the bat with that energy.
What, man? I was shocked about.
How's everyone doing? How's everyone feeling?
What is it? Sunday? It is Sunday because it's Open Sunday. Gotta go back to school tomorrow. Not too excited about that, but it's, how many weeks are we in? How many weeks of school am I in? 4 weeks? Is it 4 weeks, Cameron?
Ooh, five.
I
think
5 weeks
five.
already, bro. It doesn't even feel that. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't feel like 5 weeks. I feel like I just started last week. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know about you.
Me? Honestly, it's been a journey to say the least with school wise. Bronwyn, how is things been on campus in the real world?
Yeah, they've been good. I can't imagine still being at home. So it's good. It's things are picking up now. It's like, okay, now we're having tests and like real things. So that's good. And I signed up. Actually, I don't know if you guys know what NATS is. It's National Association of Teachers of Singing, and it's a big competition.
Huh.
And I performed in it, and I got first place in my room, so that was exciting.
Humble brag.
Congrats!
Humble brag.
Love to see it.
She wants all the smoke. Anybody else who thinks they can sing.
Anybody who thinks they're a better singer than Bronwyn Weicker, comment down below and we'll see that up.
Come on the podcast so we can throw it.
Yeah,
bro.
she'll smoke you, bro.
She will. Bro, remember that rap battle we had in chemistry?
In science class?
Or,
Yeah.
well, no, it wasn't chemistry, it was biology.
You got fried.
Nah, you not. No, it wasn't even fair because half the
not by me.
Class. Yeah, not by Brown. I mean, Brown would probably would have me too, but
No, I would not.
you had half the class on your side. I forgot what verse did you even?
Darren, I don't even know. But
it was something about the amoeba sisters or something.
I would have dropped the clip because
Bro, I really do want to drop the clip.
because you got smoked.
Nah, bro. They were writing you the whole time. They were talking about some. Oh my god, super hot fire.
Bro,
like,
because I'm that guy. I ain't gonna cap. All right,
I bar was pretty weak. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not a rapper. I'm not a rapper either, so I'm not gonna hold myself to such a standard.
Was it that one you made about that? It wasn't like mashed potatoes, but it was also some like food stuff. That one thing you played for me in the car.
We had to use like
chemistry terms or biology terms. Yeah. We had to use biology. I swear it was something about the amoeba. Well, we were learning something about the amoeba sisters. I know because Mr. Master played that video.
I don't even remember.
She was being extra loud that day for she's loud all the time, but
shout out to Mr. Master. She's
the best teacher you'll ever have. She's definitely if you could define visual learner, not even visual learner, if you could just define. Because, some people learn by, looking at text, but then there are other people who are better at looking at pictures. If visual learner was a person, that's Miss McMaster, in my opinion.
She's great.
Visual teacher,
whatever. Bro,
words are not coming out well.
With the hostility off the bat.
We can square up. I didn't get a birthday gift either. Valentine's and a birthday. Like, you missed a lot of misses right now, and it's Black History Month.
I was gonna say, playing the Black History Month card.
I will. Speaking of Bronwyn,
whoa!
I'm expecting some All right, yeah. I'm not.
Whoa!
No,
I don't even know how to what am I supposed to say?
Nothing.
Bro, no,
nothing. Exactly.
I don't think anyone can say anything to that. That
$50
was
card as reparations for
a little bit out of pocket.
Darren's on some foolishness right now.
The BLT, right?
What?
Bacon lettuce. She's a pescatarian, Darren. Come on
shoot,
now.
I forgot about that.
She don't eat no BLTs. What are you talking about?
Well, you can fish, lettuce, tomato, FLT.
FLT.
I mean, I could mess with that.
That's funny. Can that be fried fish? Do you eat fried fish, Bronwyn?
Yeah. Fish sticks. Yeah.
Bomb. Those
are terrible.
What is up with you like opinions?
Bro, all your opinions are just wrong. Like no disrespect, but your opinions are just not valid.
At least I'm not getting on you about like birthday presents and like Black History Month and Valentine's Day.
Let's clown your opinions, Darren. How about that? Give us some of your opinions.
Speaking of, for our first segment on today's podcast, we're talking about
yeah.
Oh, exactly. What's this? My bad. I gotta take a phone call, guys. But you guys can go ahead. I have it in my headset. I'll be on the phone. Yes, hello.
Okay. We're gonna ignore that joke because it was not as funny as you probably would have hoped. So on today's podcast, we are going to address a very important question right off the bat. What advice would you give yourself? Oh, what advice would you give your past self?
Shout out to the person who gave us
life
that.
Is like a sandwich, no matter what way you
finish
the question.
Oh my god!
Can I finish the question?
What happened? My bad.
Finish the question.
Putting on my phone. My fault.
Okay.
Go ahead, continue, man. Go ahead, continue.
What advice would you give your past self based on the current? Y'all get what I'm trying to say. Y'all know.
What advice would you give my past self?
No, go ahead. Hey, what you trying to get into?
Bro,
put your fist down, bro.
I know exactly what that's from too.
Restroom mess.
Guy.
It's a mess. Society. Hey, man.
I
want to give myself advice.
Man, that's up to you. That's between you and your past self.
I will.
No, but shout out to the to the person who gave us that question on the Instagram, right?
Yeah, shout out to Don.
I wasn't gonna say the name. I know that was something that they wanted.
Big Don in the building.
Yeah, shout out to John last week who gave the question about TV shows we watched.
That was dope.
Forgot to give him his little shout out. But yep.
Valid. If I have to give myself one piece of advice based on our current situation. I'm sorry, what was I saying? Oh,
wait, it doesn't have to be based on our, like, it doesn't have to be COVID related, does it?
Yeah, I feel like you can just say, like,
just
in general.
Just like what you've gone through, like, so far.
Oh, okay. Just in general? Yes. Experience is the best teacher. Don't be afraid to try new experiences, I guess, because that's usually the best. I mean, some people learn just from hearing things, but then other people's need. I know, Cameron, you said, I don't know if it was the first episode, I think you said something about like you needing to really learn a lesson by having it,
by going through experience, right?
Yeah,
like I learned the hard way a lot. Yeah.
And I think that's the best way to learn some lessons. Like everybody, to some degree, can learn
by dropping the
knowledge.
Not that knowledge. Yeah,
I'm not dropping any knowledge.
Dropping that knowledge off the noggin.
Nope, not really. I shaved my hair. I can't even. I tried pick, bro. I took my pick, and then first thing I did when I got home, I went like this. I'm like, dang, I can't even pick my hair anymore.
It's got the LeBron hairline.
All right, we don't need to do that.
With the cranium.
I immediately thought of the that one meme where he's like, this dude's picking his thoughts or something like that. Dude tried to pick his hair and he's bald. He's picking his thoughts or something like that.
Who's up? But yeah, that's my advice. Any other takers on the question?
For me, I don't know if I would receive this very well as my younger self, or if I would even understand what I was saying. But it's not that serious. That would be my advice. Just in general, everything, it's not that serious because...
Would you get along with your younger self, do you think?
I think I would, yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, it depends on how young I mean.
Were you intense, do you think?
I mean, you guys know me now. I'm still intense, but like...
Right.
I wasn't
going to say that.
Like starting in like 6th grade and then through like my junior year, I was like... Everything. I was so anxious. Everything was just so... Everything was uptight. It just was not good. It was not good.
You still feel a little bit uptight, or are you more laid back?
I do, but I think I use that in a way that benefits me. I think I use it to get my work done and then do things well. But I don't think it's as bad. I don't know. Everything in middle school, especially everything had to be so dramatic, and I was so serious about everything I did.
So then, what did you do to alleviate that?
I don't know. I don't know if it was like a maturity thing. I have no idea. I think I started getting more social in junior year. So I kind of broke out of my shell, I guess, is what I would say.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. So if you had, okay, I know this is kind of on the topic of getting along with your younger self.
Let's say you can we finish answering the first question? Because Cameron's
I don't care what Cameron thinks, though.
I mean, I wanted to partake too, Darren. You can't just move on that quick.
Why don't you go on? So I don't have anything yet. So why don't you go?
Yeah, I said all that just to have nothing.
That's crazy.
I wouldn't give myself any advice. I mean, just like Darren and Cameron said, I'd learn through experiences. That's the reason why we all are who we are today. So.
Right, which is why I'm like, I don't know if I would receive that advice very well or know what to do with it. So,
or if I could go back in time, I wouldn't change anything.
Me neither.
I just watch myself go through it again and laugh.
Pretty much.
Exactly. Right? I was about to say, like,
now.
Honestly, I wouldn't really. I feel like if I gave myself advice, I would still, like, if I told myself what to avoid exactly, I feel like I would still end up having and like regretted those things. I would still have regrets even then. It's not which path has the least amount of regrets. It's just which path do you want to take? What path do you want to take in the now? And whether that gives you challenges or not, you'll learn from those.
Yeah, we'd be a totally different person if we went and said, "Oh, don't do this, don't do that." But,
right. I mean, exactly.
How are you supposed to learn?
Exactly. Even if you could travel back in time, then at that point, I'm not trying to be a guru or anything, but like then at that point, every moment kind of loses its value at that point.
Yeah.
If you can just go back and then give yourself advice to change whatever you want to do.
Who knows? This podcast might not exist.
Oh shoot! Yeah, that's factual.
I'm very glad it. I'm very glad it does. That's what I want to say. I'm very happy.
Start off as a GC text.
Yeah. Originally, as I say, it was the original thought of the podcast was called Toilet Talk.
Yeah.
Conversations you'd have with yourself on the toilet. That was the thought process, and I will say I did think of that while I was on the toilet. And
thanks for that information right there.
You're welcome. Toilet, bro. Shout out to the toilet, bro.
I mean, Darren just had a viral TikTok where he was on the toilet.
All right, see, that's the thing. Can we?
I
spent 2 hours on a Michael Jackson, kind of not a tribute, but it was this trend where you do the freeze frame thing and you strike a Michael Jackson pose. So I spent 2 hours kind of masking myself in a way that it would look a little bit different, like I'm stepping over a building and then I'm going into the trend. I spent 2 hours on that. I got 60 likes. I sit on the toilet for 30 seconds and just make something. I literally pull it out of my butt, and then I'm over here. Okay, I'm just gonna post this, whatever. It gets 500,000 views and like 200K likes. At that point, I just like,
you did the lean in the wrong song, right?
Yeah, I know it was a different song, but I was trying to stand out. I was trying to stand out. I was trying to be different.
Okay,
but yeah,
I'm just saying, if you go, try to.
I didn't stick to the trend exactly.
Look at the right song. I'm looking at it like, when did he lean in bad?
He definitely didn't. That would have been hilarious if he did. I saw this TikTok though. It was this lady talking about, not a lady. She's a Gen Z person.
Man, you stay on that app.
All right.
I stay on TikTok and not even count. Go ahead.
What do you Twitter? No, Cameron, you use Twitter to stay up to date, don't you?
No, I don't go on social media like that. Like you'll probably see on my Instagram like active like a day ago or whatever. I don't even know what it says anymore. I'm not even on like social media like that.
Do you even know your username?
Cameron doesn't even know. If I asked Cameron for his handle, he wouldn't be able to give it to me.
I forgot.
Exactly.
On the low, I forgot.
You got two, don't you? Yeah.
How
you got the burner
and you got the
real. It's not actually. It's honestly, I don't even know why I have to. Like, it's just I don't post on either of them, and I don't go on either of them.
I can't figure out which one's your main and then which one's your Insta or whatever.
I think that the one with the picture of me as a child, that's my main one, because I post like the most professionally there, but it's not like the other one has anything like wrong,
inappropriate or anything. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's like Unsigned.
Brown, you have a Finsta.
I do have a Finsta, and it's basically like a real, like I never post anything that like
Right.
My story is a little less.
I was gonna say you really just post on your story. You don't really
right. Yeah, I do some posts.
Yeah,
but only when I remember to.
Yeah.
You got 2 accounts too, right?
Yeah, I do. Well, yeah. My main Wilmer _4.0, and if any of you want to go and show some love to the gram, and then I have my Finsta. But I usually just, as like Brown, post on my story. I don't really like post pictures. I think the last picture that I posted was probably like 2 months ago.
So when you guys like first made them, were you trying to follow the whole trend of fences being made at that time, or was there another reason? Because I never understood. I just had one Instagram.
Well, for me, it was more so like I was making it to interact with more people my age and kind of differentiate between those who were older and those who were, like my classmates, stuff like that. So the content that I would put out, such as like posts or stories, they would be less interesting to people who are older than me, but more interesting to my peers.
People really be wilding out on some of their Finstas too.
I will say that is true. That is true.
That was one of the rude awakenings for high school, because middle school we had Instagrams, but we didn't really use them in the way that I know that they use them in public middle school, and especially when at high school, which is a different level.
Real
people
quick,
beefing on Finstas.
Oh, sorry, Darren.
No. Yeah, go ahead.
Some nostalgia here. Middle school used Kick.
I never.
Kick was it.
Kick, I never used Kick.
Don't say you never used Kick, Brian.
I didn't have social media until I was a sophomore.
I didn't
have any social media until I was a sophomore. So
yeah, I don't really think Kick was really a social media app. It
right.
Was just
it's
like WhatsApp,
it was
but not WhatsApp.
It was
like iMessage, but like yeah, and that was me. Like I got behind having an Android.
I had an Android at the time. Kick was so you don't have to see my green text and roast me, so I could hop on.
Exactly, like there was no ratio, like there was no like you couldn't like come for me because
you couldn't come for me if I didn't.
I used to have a green bubble, and I think
we all did at one point. I think that builds character. Having
having an Android.
Bro, yeah, it does. You need to be able to get flamed, and then you can join.
Androids are tough though. Like they have their hardware. Like they're tough.
They've definitely have developed them in more ways than. I mean, they're at the end of the day, a phone is supposed to call. So.
Anything besides that, you got laptops, you got computers, you can do all of that on. And then, of course, to a certain, Apple will always kind of be, the user interface is a little bit more friendly, in my opinion, or just looks a little bit more aesthetically pleasing than most Android phones. I know they had the Samsung Galaxy, or it was one of those Samsung phones that could bend.
Oh.
I don't know if you remember that.
I remember when the iPhone 10 maybe first came out. They were like, if you put it in your back pocket, it'll bend.
6.
But it was like an accident. Was it the 6? I don't remember.
It was definitely the 6. I don't think it was a 10.
Yeah, I think it was probably the 6, because that seems like something they would have.
It was supposed to bend.
No.
Right, it was exploding when you sat, like when you put it in your pocket.
That was a Samsung, I think.
That was a Samsung. The
remember
Samsung
that though? Like
the
there was a thing
Samsung
that
exploded.
Yeah. Okay.
Those hoverboards. Those hoverboards were blowing up left and right. That's why you couldn't the plane no more.
You left it on the charger, then it would up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That stinks.
And they're getting expensive. These phones.
Oh yeah.
$1,100, $1,400 for a phone.
Same
Apple.
Phone.
I appreciate everything you do, but please stop running my pockets. I would greatly appreciate it.
They'll charge you $20 for a weak charger, so that they know it's gonna break within 2 weeks of use, and then they'll charge you $20 to get a new one. And
their 18 volts are nice though. I think so. Their 18 volts are pretty nice.
Still have my money. I say that now, but I'll still spend $1,100 on the phone.
Even though all they upgraded was new battery life, new slim thick design, new
slim thick.
This is incredible design. And I sent for Miss Incredible so hard. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna move on fairly quickly from that. Bronwyn, I think. Oh, Darren, you can go back to your question.
That's kind of fine.
About
the mini me's. So
yeah,
on the question of would you get along with your younger self if you had a child, would you model him to be complete? Because I know for me personally, he's gonna be a mini version of me. All the cool stuff that we're doing it together.
You're not that cool though. I'm
crazy.
I just want to point out that me and Wilmer are gonna fight on March 2nd, 2021. You can get your tickets now. You get them on the Z Suite website. $20 a ticket.
You would lose, Darren.
Bro,
you said fight. You said like fist fight.
No, not a fist fight. No, I'm talking about a regular fight. We can do taekwondo,
bro. A verbal argument. Oh, wait.
Is there a contact?
What do you mean?
Wait, what did you say?
Yeah, are you going to physically fight? That is
We're going to have a martial arts tournament.
Well, that kind of gives you an unfair advantage.
Well, you know how many.
That's the whole point.
That's the whole point. But like, pause. Because there are variations between martial arts tournaments. Because there's the taekwondo variation where you have gloves and you have helmet and the shin pads and you
all the protection,
and you fight that way. That's actually more kickboxing, but the taekwondo has I think it's just a helmet and you just have that.
Yeah, it's just a helmet. My cousin is a ninja and that is one crazy dude. Shout out to Sydney.
But, I personally like the whole helmet, gloves, shins, ring.
Honestly, the more protection you have, the better. Because I just think if you, as much as I started taking martial arts classes in general, just because I wanted to look cool.
You wanted to look cool?
Yes, that's literally the only reason why I saw it in the movies. I'm like, yo, these fights are crazy, and I need to learn how to do this so I can look cool. But then after a while, you kind of realize, yo, that's kind of dangerous. Like if you actually get into a fight.
Yeah, I was just saying, I've never been into a fight, and
before I thought people, you could throw a punch, you could be completely fine. If you throw a punch the wrong way, you can shatter your hand.
You break your hand. Yeah.
You have to actually know how to punch. I'm like, what? You gonna teach me how to punch, bro?
Cameron knows every pressure point in the human body. He'll flick you, and you'll just be paralyzed. That's why I never want to get him angry.
I remember something happened. I mean, you might have been there. I had a disagreement with somebody, and they tried to come.
Disagreement, and then it turned into a fight.
It wasn't a fight. It was like,
you know what? Paralyzed. No, I don't want to. Don't talk to me.
Were you there for that? It was like I had their pressure point, and they just
collapsed. That's so scary. But the mini me, bro, we keep steering off of that question. Bronwyn, would you get along if whatever Darren's question?
No.
You're talking about our kids or ourselves?
You said that you probably would get along with yourself. I was saying if you had in your case a daughter
or a son,
would you model sounds wrong, like your artificial?
Would I try to make them like me?
Yes.
No, I don't think that's not fair to them.
How? They have no personality. You can
yes, they do.
Whoa.
Have you seen Soul? Excuse me.
That was a good movie.
Soul? That was a good movie. I like that movie.
Yeah. I mean, we're all products of our environment. I mean,
right. But my sisters and I are so different. We're not. We obviously have personalities, and we all are. We were raised by the same people. So I don't know. I think I just think about and I see all these things. No, I'm not getting political. I just mean if they were trans or if they were I can't make them fit me because then they don't feel they don't feel free to be them, and I don't want that to happen.
DJ over here imposing himself.
Nah, I'm not. I'm trying to understand. You can control the environment. If you control the environment well enough, there's no chance that they can turn out.
That's
sound like
creepy.
A controlling person.
Not control.
You sound like
yes.
You're gonna stay in the basement for 4 hours a day and watch whatever I want you to watch.
What? What?
I don't know what kind of lifestyle you live, Darren, but you. I mean, I think as I said
about that. But I'm just saying, just in general, you can give them things that you might. So I'm not gonna tell my son that he can't be an athlete. I'm not gonna tell my son that he has to be a basketball player, but I'm gonna introduce him to it as well as other things.
Well, yeah, I mean that's just how I'm a singer because my family's all singers. Like that's just how it worked.
Yeah,
but
there's some traditions that are passed down.
Right, and but not my singers. I mean, my sisters are singers too, but that's not what they're going to be majoring in. It just depends on the person, and I think your family makes parts of you, but not all of it. So
I turned out, for those that know my dad, I ended up turning out fairly similar.
Exactly. Don't fairly. No, not fairly.
I mean,
I remember we were at Buffalo Wild Wings, and then you hit all right, guys, listen up.
All right.
I'm the adult here, and
I remember that.
All right.
Oh my god,
I remember that.
I remember that.
I remember that. Belt and said, "All right, guys, listen up here.
Oh yeah,
I'm the adult here. You will listen to me."
No.
Single file line.
I remember that.
Explain.
Stop chewing your shoe, Normer.
Yo, listen. Hear me out.
No,
what happened was,
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Let me set this up. So here. I'm an only child, and we're all products of our environment. So my dad, who I love, and my mom, who I love so very much, growing up, I just watched how they operated. In our friend group, I ended up being who those would call the father of the group, simply because of how I was raised. Yes, I was the dad of the group. So in the situation in which we were in Buffalo Wild Wings, instinctively, that's what happened.
He jumped in the action like Superman, pulled off the glasses like Clark Kent, and jumped into the.
That's not.
I wasn't like that. I would say more like he kind of we had chaos, and he just stepped on it. I wasn't part of that chaos.
I was
in silent, bro.
No, because Darren, there was as Cameron said, there was a situation that was coming up. I saw it on the rise, and I did not want the situation to escalate.
I peeped
so the instinctive father.
What was the situation?
I don't even remember.
I totally forgot. 100% forgot.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna put the business out there, but I'm gonna put the business out there.
Whoa.
It was something very minimal.
Yes, literally.
When someone ended up not. How do I want to put this? The bit got taken too far.
Yep,
people got too much in their feelings for no reason. And
yes.
Once I saw that happening, as I said, instinctively, the dad in me, and I didn't want to
apologize now
to escalate. That's not what.
Go sit in timeout.
That's not how it went down. But yeah, that's why I don't really like going out in big groups, because
it wasn't even
it's hard.
It was just a joint group. It was because we were with the other.
Really.
Right.
Yeah. All the girls were over there, and then we were at the one table. We were kind of conjoined. Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing, but yeah, I don't know. I just, to answer your question, Darren, I ended up just being a product of my environment, and
pretty much
similar in ways of more like my father than my mother, but I also do have a lot of my mother in me. But yeah.
Yeah. But now I want to know, Bronwyn, have you ever had that mom moment? Because I know. I'm calling you the mom of the group, but
I'm always the mom of the group, so you're not wrong.
I need to know your mom moment.
Oh gosh, a mom moment. I don't know if I have a moment. I just feel like I give off that vibe. I've been called a mom since I was 12. In middle school, French class, Liam Bakamba always called me a teen mom because I acted like a mom, I guess. I don't know, and I didn't know what that means. I'm just
I don't think
more
it's
mature, but I don't know.
I don't think it's it's just an observation of how you act. I know if Brown was there, she would have shut it down immediately. If Brown was at Buffalo Wild Wings,
it's a discipline thing. I mean, I'm not saying I'll speak for myself, but I was disciplined in a very from I was able to breathe the moment I came out of the womb. And I definitely think that has to do with a generational thing, because I'm very grateful for my parents having me when they did in how they were raised, because they didn't accept any foolishness. Mm-hmm. And so when I see foolishness arise to a certain extent, I'm just that's unnecessary. Let's not, foolishness be gone. Exactly, Darren.
Bro, can you imagine that combo, Cameron? Wilmer, Bronwyn, mom, dad. That's a crate. Nobody's getting out of line. Everybody's staying in line the whole time.
If we ran a summer camp,
bro, they're driving us bro, they're taking attendance on the bus. They're making sure nobody gets out of line.
No, bro,
because I wouldn't be like a mean mom. I think I'm
a fun guy.
Yeah, well, I'm not fun, but like I'm not like mean. No, you're like you would definitely be the fun one, and I'd be the one that's like, okay, everybody.
I mean, like I was a camp counselor, but I mean, I didn't accept any. You're not going to disrespect me. Like you're 10 years old. I'm not gonna,
Yeah. I can't deal with children that don't behave. I see kids that don't behave. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I would never have done that at 8 years old. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I would have gotten,
Well, and not even because my parents just like my parents never like hit us or like nothing like that.
Must be nice. I got Falco punched.
Boy, I would have got to bringing two But
that's because I deserved it. Like my parents didn't just beat me willingly. I deserved it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's how discipline works.
Yeah, I did something in this. You can conform or perish, and as I got older,
conform or perish.
Yeah,
pretty much. That's what it is, bro. Either you gonna die from this woman, or you gonna learn.
That's so scary, though, don't you think? Like I've never been hit by my parents ever.
Yeah,
None of my nobody has.
Yeah,
that's fine because you turned out perfectly good. That just shows that there's more than one way to discipline a child. But from the culture,
yeah, I was gonna say it's definitely a culture thing. Like I'm not saying that black people hit their kids and white parents don't, because there are definitely white parents that do, but
yeah,
more so in the Black African American culture, you do some nonsense, there is a consequence to that nonsense.
I feel the need I feel the need to interject because my dad, who is black, always made a point not to hit or in any way physically punish my brother and I, but he did create an environment to where it was a lot of love, a lot of fun. But if you messed up, it was like, fix yourself. Like, what are you doing? And it wasn't always capitalized.
Exactly like him there for a second. I'm sorry. The way you said, "What are you doing?" Oh, like when we were at when we were doing the Friday practice, like I could hear him in my head. You just sounded exactly like him. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing, man? It's the calm, quiet anger. That's not even anger. It's just calm, quiet
disappointment.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, what did I do?
It wasn't like disappointment though. It wasn't. That wasn't it, because it was like I think that he poured and for me personally, I think when he has jurisdiction over something, he pours a lot into it. And so if you feel like you let him down, then you feel disappointed in yourself. It's not like he doesn't make you feel disappointed. It's like you then feel disappointed because it's like, oh, like, like you put a lot into me. I want to put a lot into you. I want to be good for you. And in this instance, I didn't do that. So what can I do to fix that? And that's how I was disciplined with my dad, mostly without beating, and that's how I want to discipline my kids.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that if I end up having a Wilmer number 5, I mean, if homie does, I mean, I'm gonna raise him the same way I was raised, and I think I turned out pretty well. I'm not gonna brag and boast, but I'm not, slinging dope, snorting crack. Like I'm doing fairly well. I mean, so are we all.
No, some parents need to discipline, because some parents have the tendency to blame the way their child grows up on social media. And
not all adults are perfect though.
Yeah.
Like that's something that is like,
wait, real quick, to that point, I asked my dad, I said, when you would hit me, and hit, I don't want to hit, sounds very strong, but I've been poked.
Physically disciplined.
Yeah, physically disciplined. Thank you, Robin. I asked him, I said, did you feel bad? I said, what would you feel? Oh, no, I asked him, did you feel bad when you would hit me? And he said, every time. So, I mean, like
regret, or just like bad that he had to do it?
No, just like bad that he had to do it. Like,
yeah, okay.
Because who wants to hit their kid at the end of the day? No one wakes up and says,
today choose violence. Yeah, this
when he opens his eyes, I'm gonna be right there.
Oh man, that's
good morning, son.
Yeah, so I mean, just like Cammy, please don't report this to the Child Protective Services.
CPS.
Like my parents love me.
I have 4 kids here on the podcast.
Yeah.
They are reporting being abused.
I grew up in a very loving environment. I'm not complaining about that.
No, but to that point, because I was
Which
at
one?
the Foot Locker at the Wheaton Mall.
Oh, the adult one.
When I say these parents aren't disciplining I got some Jordan 1s, right? I don't even know if I have them. I got some I forgot what they were. They were like they were mocha. They were the mocha
No way you got this.
Yeah, no, I did. I knew
sure?
For resale? You got it for resale, dog?
Yeah, resale.
Resale.
Bro, what size are you?
Resale. Are we?
I'm 11
come on
now.
now, bro.
I thought my brother had that size. You could have just hit me up, bro. I've literally asked you guys. You guys want me to get you shoes?
You just said resale. Wait, you can't do resale.
No, retail. I thought he said retail.
Oh no,
I said resale. I said retail.
Oh.
I said
I was
resale.
going to say
I said
you
resale.
guys are saying two different things, and Foot Locker does not do resale.
Not do resale.
Doesn't resale. Yeah, I meant retail.
So you must have stayed up for this.
Yeah, no, I did.
Yeah.
And then there was this. They had this woman had, you seen them I don't even know if this is the real life scenario, but can you just imagine how you would walk a dog on a leash?
Did they have leashes?
A leash?
Yes.
I've seen. Yeah, we've all seen
That's
those.
unnecessary.
Four of these kids on a leash running, causing havoc. And then I'm over here trying to I'm gonna wear them out the mall. I'm gonna put my old shoes at the box. I'm trying to feel them out. These kids run across one steps on my right shoe. I have to prevent myself from going to the hanger rack and then putting these little kids on hangers because these kids
that's a big one.
I just look at the mom. She doesn't even notice me because she's too busy doing whatever, and
honestly, those things are kind of crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. It's just like sometimes I'm like, well, okay, I'm one to talk because I definitely judge a lot. But I'm like, we don't know what they're doing, like going through. Like, I'm like 4 kids. It's a lot. So,
it is a lot.
It's a lot, but also like you're a parent. I feel like you have a responsibility and on some level an obligation to
make sure your kids are controlled in public.
Right,
or you can't be running around in public with kids,
or just disciplining them. Just disciplining them, I like for me personally, my brother and I, in public, we weren't always the best. We would like to fight a lot, but we would still able to be disciplined. Like my mom would be like, guys, what would we say? And we would say, no horse playing in the store, and we stop.
It was scripted.
Take it outside,
what do we say? Bro. I'm sorry.
We didn't talk with words. We talked with actions. Oh, you want a horseplay? That's cool.
I was also the older. Oh, right, like that.
I don't know what that sibling life is like because that
didn't work though. I mean, for me, that didn't work.
Do you guys because you all have siblings except for Wilmer? Do you guys like having siblings?
Yeesh.
I love it.
Me too.
How does it feel to be an only child?
People think it's all jolly and you get everything. No, it is sad.
That would be so sad.
You have a cousin though.
Huh?
You have a cousin though. Or cousin.
Doesn't everybody?
No, but like you see often.
No, okay. I mean, but growing up, I was the youngest cousin, so I was harassed, and it wasn't until, and I mean, I was harassed as a child. I mean, now we're all great and now we're all cool. Shout out to Justin, Christian, John, Evan, man. Shout out y'all.
Awesome, man.
But the one you talk about, Jonathan, he and I didn't connect until this summer going to my sophomore year because he lived with me, because he was going to Howard, and we were forced to be together. I mean, I never hated him, he never hated me, but it was us being together and actually understanding how each other operates. It's what brought us together. I mean, I really do now consider him and Evan my brothers, and Shane and you guys, but I actually don't know what it's like to have that.
Well, it's different when you live with them for your whole life.
Yeah.
They just it's like a built-in best friend system. Like I can't imagine what I would feel like without my sisters.
But there are also a lot of my brother and I have definitely had our fair share of physical and verbal altercations. It definitely has suited me to interact with people who are difficult, because I've had to do the same with my brother, and it's definitely taught me a lot about myself, including my tolerance.
Well, no, because both of you guys are the oldest, right? Cameron and Brown, you guys are the oldest out of all your siblings. That's not fair. I'm the youngest. I have a 29-year-old sister and a 23-year-old brother. So I'm over here struggling. All the hand-me-downs, all the bullying. I'm over here trying to look up. Nope, can't do none of that. My brother is the last person I would call on this earth if my life depended on it, but also the first, if that makes sense.
Okay, that was kind of confusing.
I'm also confused, but it's okay.
I mean, Cameron would be my first call because All
right. All right. Let's
what happened?
For me, oh wow. For me, I think that's why I am so close to the people that I grew up with for the past 13 years. That's why I consider them, my brothers. Darren and Cameron, you guys joined the party a tad bit on the later end, but you're definitely, in that, Richard, Thomas, Narmer.
Right.
We've been brothers since,
Black excellence.
13, 14 years now. So Shane, my friend Shane.
Oh, Shane. Oh,
he's known me. He's 8 months older than I am, but
Shane's a man.
He's known me. We've known each other since my second day, my first day out. But
that's pretty dope. Whatchamacallit? No, because we've been living. I don't know if we talked about this on the dry run or not, but we might have talked about it in the first episode. We literally live 30 seconds away from each other, and we've never known until. I
was gonna say everybody in our friend group lives walking distance from each other.
Walking distance, and I've never known about any of you guys.
You, Cameron, you're like borderline walking distance. I wouldn't walk the distance, but it's because
I would. I would run the distance. I wouldn't walk it.
That's because you're athletic.
It's not that far. It's just
it's not that far. Exactly what an athletic person would say.
Exactly.
No, but it really is like.
Isn't it like 500 kilometers? Like, bro.
Isn't it only like 2 miles away?
It's like, bro.
It's like 2 miles.
I'm not doing that.
Exactly.
I'll drive to you. No hesitation. If you need me, I'll be there, but I ain't walking it.
All right.
That's for sure.
Take a plane, dog. I'm not.
Take a plane. What about you, Brown? Growing up, what was your status in circle like in the last 2 minutes we have?
Again, like it was mostly my sisters, which is why I'm so close with them. Like my family we always did stuff together. We were always together, which it sounds like a bad thing, but it's not because they're great. I had like a Girl Scout troop in elementary school, and I'm still friends with some of them. Like Katie was in my Girl Scout troop, Katie Brockmeyer, and trying to think of other people you don't know. Olivia Krug, Cameron Dewey. So they were all like in my Girl Scout troop. So that was kind of my circle. But we all lived in Stonegate mostly. So that was my little group. Because where you guys live like White Oak area.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm further
Shout out the White Oak Projects. Shout out my boy.
I just realized that I'm the only one who moved here because I wasn't here for the longest time, but you guys all seem like you've been here since you were
born.
Like little
I've been here for
children.
10+ years.
Yeah, I lived here my entire life.
I bleed White Oak. Just saying.
I had to leave. Like you guys have childhood best friends, but I had to leave most of them when I moved here. But can I ask, in the minute we have left, how is that? Has it really had like an impact on your life living in the same place for most of it?
I think that's a hard question to answer because I've only lived here.
That's true.
Like I don't find it a problem.
Not a problem, but like a benefit.
That's
why I can't answer that because
there are benefits to both.
I haven't experienced anything else.
Exactly. So it's hard to say, but I think there are benefits to both. Living in the same place for a while, you have connections, you're rooted, you have a better support system, but then also moving out to new places, you give yourself new experiences, you can learn more, you can grow more. So there are benefits to both. I can't say that one's technically better than the other. It depends on what you're trying to do. Right. If you're trying to start a family, obviously you want to stay in the same place for a long period of time, but if you're out on your own, I don't think you need to live in the same place for an extended period of time. Go ahead and do what you want to do.
Yeah, I didn't want to go to University of Maryland because I wanted to. You're good. I wanted to like get out of, because a lot of people that I know are going to UMD, and it's not like I didn't like them. I just kind of wanted a new circle.
Shade thrown.
So that's
shade thrown. Major shade.
No.
What's up with everybody at UMD? Love to the University of.
They're trying to start things, man.
No. I'm not
I was fine.
We got 3 different events. We got me and Cameron. We got me and Wilmer. Now Bronwyn's already singing against everybody at UMD. Or everybody in the world. My fault.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Well, anything else? Anybody?
I just wanted to say, Cameron, you are so fine, bro. Like,
all right, guys. So this has been another episode.
Relax.
Of
my fault. I just get nervous talking.
Stop talking, please.
Like another episode of the Z Suite podcast. Find out next week what Darren's next move on Cameron will be.
No, we will not.
Let us know.
I don't let me open your mouth.
Wait, I actually have something serious.
Has words.
I actually something serious to say. Let us know if the time on the podcast is too long for you guys. We're still trying to figure this out. We're still trying to grow with you guys. Your feedback is very much important to us. So, yeah, that's it. That's all we got. This has been another episode of Z Suite, and we shall catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.
Play no pause.